Thank you, sir. Give me a little more time. I'm a teacher.
Please, please.
Sir, I rise to here to support Madam Fauzia Khan's bill, amendment bill, because it's really good. Let me start with the two case studies. I worked for the last 30 years for the betterment of women in various sections, and one of them is definitely Pocso. Sir, I will tell a case study. My sister is a doctor, a gynecologist. These are all true stories. And I asked her, in general, what did you find very funny? She said, there are many patients who are medically fit, blood report, everything is fine, but they don't conceive. I said, why? She says, when they don't conceive, the last resort is for me to send them to counselors. When they go to counselors, invariably it comes through that they had sexual abuse when they were young. That affects them not to have a proper married life, not even to conceive, because the kind of anxiety, the kind of depression or fear it gets into them, their body, they are not able to conceive, though medically they are completely fit. Second example I want to give, this is a true example. There was a lady who was 70 years old, and she went for a counseling. What is the reason of counseling at 70? She had 2 children, both are studied, and they were abroad. She was in the loneliness syndrome, so I thought she has gone for the loneliness. Husband was not there, died. But to my surprise, I came to know, she told me that she's so scared, any noise she comes across, she thinks the person who abused her sexually when she was young, that he's coming back. That means it has remained with her for 70 years, and now also she takes counseling sessions. Sir, if you have flowers at home, they will fade away in 2 hours. If you have fruits at home, they will stay for a day. If you have chocolate at home, they will stay for 2 days. But sexual abuse experience, the shelf life is for life. It is one of the worst experiences a woman can undergo. Nowadays, I say even young boys also undergo that. So this is one of the great subjects where all of us, whether to the left or to the right or in the middle, all of us should worry about that. What is PESCO? Why it was needed? Why it is needed? Why the amendment is needed? Though there are many good points are there, but why amendment is needed in this? So most of the time, which I have noticed and I have confirmed in my survey, that the predator is always, if it is a woman, if it is a young girl, it is always the uncles at home. 70% of the time, it is a male member in the family, he does this, and he says, don't tell this to anybody. So the child is not able to tell anyone. Yeah, of course, come, I will give you all the details with the book. Okay? Without survey, I won't talk.
Please, let.
Okay? Next, it's also true for boys. It's also true for boys. But girls, we talk more because one is, of course, my work is on women, and I have more statistics on them. Then at home, they are not able to tell mother because mother is strict or mother gets, so even though mother comes to know, she may not able to take it if it's her own brother, or father will not be able to take if it's his own brother. So the children get scared to tell mother. The shloka is there. Palayet pancha varshat, dasha varshat dandayet, shodasha varshu prapteshu putram mitravadacharet. It is written beautifully. At 5 years, you should cuddle, you should, maaf karna sab, whatever the child does, you should always ignore. At 10 years, if the child makes a mistake, you have to use danda and say it's wrong. But when the child is 16, the child becomes your friend. A daughter will become a friend, a son will also become a friend. Actually, in real life, it won't happen. Because most mothers do not want their children should tell this kind of a thing to them. So they said, don't tell anybody. Izzat ka sawal hai. If somebody comes to know, what about our family? What people will talk? How you will get married? So many taboos will come. So the mother may be friend in choosing a sari, choosing a jewelry. But telling my difficulties, a child will go to mother and said, Amma, this has happened to me today. Somebody touched me in a wrong place. A child is not able to tell mother. Similarly, the next place is school. In school, a teacher is always at a higher level. teacher who gives education, who is strict with you, who gives you marks. The child cannot tell teacher also. And every teacher will not be that compassionate and large-hearted to sit and listen. The result is the child cannot go anywhere, neither to left nor to right, neither at home nor in the school. What the child will do, that the child feels something inferior about her or about him. As the statistics shows less, because I have not done with men, but some small boys are also molested by elderly ladies. So the child will feel insecure in the heart, anxiety, depression, and facing people that fear introduces to them. And this is the main reason a child's life is spoiled throughout the next whatever years they stay. Pocso is one of the most important things which has come into a picture, but it is not completely implemented. That's what I want to talk today. How you can implement this? There is a problem, we know. There is a problem, we know. And there are solutions are there, but implementation is a problem. The first one is awareness. When parents come to school, they see the school building, it's beautiful. English medium, you got 99% of the marks, you will get rank. That's all they say. But do any parent will say, is there any counselor there? A counselor who will tell or who will have that confidence of a child, who will address such issues, because when such things happen, the child should have a friend or someone who can listen to the child and tell child, don't worry, it is not your fault. The child worries. I worked with sex workers for 20 long years. Every sex worker used to come and cry and tell, oh, this happened to me when I was a child. And then it happened, the life changed, etc. They wanted only one word, that is, it is not your fault, you don't worry. That's Santvana word, that is an assurance of saying that it is not your fault, the child wants that. And that can be given by mother at home, or a teacher, or a counselor. And this counselor should not be like, there are 2,000 students and there will be one counselor. No, that is not correct. It is, you should find out by statistics how many children require one counselor, and they should be compulsory. If the counselors are not there in that school, I request government should cancel the registration of that school, because it is very important. Both young boys and girls should be very safe in their childhood, and they should enjoy childhood without any such bad incident which will mar their mind. Number two, parents should be also sensitized. Parents always look at the competition and get the marks, get into IIT or get into this and that. No, if the child is mentally not well, if the child is scared, if the child may function in the school, but the child is not happy inside, and there is so much anxiety in the child, then it is not worth what college admission you get. Make the child first mentally healthy. So, parents should be called in admission time, and they should be part of this counseling. No, in case it happens, first of all, we should take care. In case it happens, it is not that it happens every day, everybody, but in case it happens, then how to handle it? Don't scold the child. No, it has happened, it is not your fault, don't worry, you have to hold the child in confidence. So parents have to be sensitized first. Then the teachers have to be sensitized. In their B.Ed education, school education, they get a B.Ed, Bachelor of Education. It is only physics, chemistry, creative art, etc. No. Pocso should be part of the Bachelor of Education. It is a must. The children should know the unusual behavior of the child in the school. Urinating in the class. No, they urinate in the class sometimes. They may be 7, 8 years old girls. And why it happens? Why the child is not smiling today? A child, teacher is paid only not for the education, even to the behavior of the child it happens. The teacher should take the child and talk to the child. And if she is not able to solve this one, they should go to the counselor along with the parents, making doubly sure that nothing is wrong with you. It just happened and it will not happen again. That assurance should be given. So parents have to be sensitized. In a B.Ed education, this education, you should have this course for the teacher. And every year it should be renewed. Not that in 1975 I had a B.Ed with part of it, the sexology I learned, and then I'll keep quiet the rest of my time. No. Every year it has to be renewed, because there are new methods have come. New way of convincing has come. Third one is NEP 2020 has mandated social, economical condition of the child should be very good, but NCF 2023 textbook gives a chapter on good touch and bad touch, and adolescence grade 7. Many schools, private schools, I have seen, they will tear those pages because teachers feel very shy to talk about touch, good touch, bad touch, and adolescence, what kind of hormones you will have, how you will behave, where you will get hair, all those things they feel, no, should not talk. It should be brushed inside. And because of this tearing of the pages, children will not learn. Parents, and many times parents get upset. Don't teach sex education to our children. It is not good. We don't want to tell you that, but they should tell what are the consequences of that and what it means. We are a closed society. We don't open it. But please open at least, not to the public, at least to mother, teacher, and counselor. This is a must, actually. Next one is, this is when child is molested, it is not only mother's or the teacher's zone, or there are instances, maybe 60% of the instances, where you leave the child with a male member like your security guard, like your driver or your cook. They are taken on a contract basis without verification. They should be sensitized in their organization. Look, if you do all these things, for any touch, for every touch, there is a kind of a penalty, not penalty, a kind of a jail term is there. And that should be taught to them. Look, if you misbehave, these are the things. And when you are taking an apartment, even apartment management also should sensitize the security and all other people. Look, in this condition, if you do anything wrong, you will get a jail. And that jail term should be hard, and it is not with the money you can negotiate. Okay, you have 1 lakh or 2 years of jail. No. You give 1 lakh and also 2 years or 3 years of jail. Make the punishment very hard. Then only Pocso can be implemented. Today, we always talk, we respect women. We and also tell the shloka, Yatra Narya Ramante Pujyante Tatra Devata. Where you respect women, where you look at women with a great awe, there resides Devi, and you will be prosperous. But in real life, that is really not true. Actually, women are subjected to very cruel conditions in real life. And the shloka is different. Real life is different. So, young men should be sensitized. Please remember, all boys should be, or girls should be sensitized both, that this touch I will not accept. I will report. And bold way they should come out. So, I really feel we should take this seriously, part of our education. The days have changed. Both parents are working. They have to depend on many other help at home and such things. There is a possibility, but if you make your girls smart, make your children smart to understand that, and something happens, they should come and report, and the person should be severely punished. Then only, we can stop molestation or sexual offenses against them. You can prevent, and you can really help to have a better life. And children life is like a flower. Don't put the flower on a flame. Don't put the flower below the stone. Don't put the flower in the water. Allow them, the bud, to bloom naturally. To that, all of us have to work. Thank you very much, sir. You have given me time. I support Madam Fauzia Khan's this proposal, and I wish all the best, and let us implement as early as possible. Dhanyawad. Jai Hind.
Thank you.